And there are some main themes to it. One is it's about midlife and midlife crisis being a portal to new avenues. So we will break with the rule of your main characters need to be in their 20s or 30s at most.
Good.
And that's because I think I think older characters are hugely underrepresented, although they are so interesting. And
They're far more interesting than young characters, right?
and not only have I been always, it's one of the reasons why I'm very used to getting wounded while watching shows and films, because usually the characters that hook me up, that I am focusing on, that I love watching most, older characters that then at some point get killed or something. And that's because obviously they are not the main characters. I'm used to that. That has been the case since I was little, so that's not something new. But I've also found, once I crossed, I think my mid 30s, so 35, something like that. Once I crossed that age, I started feeling less and less inspired by watching shows and films. And that's actually something I'm really looking for, is to get inspired. It's also one of the reasons why I want to have the magic relate to something real, is because I like to be stimulated and inspired, intellectually stimulated and inspired by fiction, to also do something with it in my own mind, in my own emotions, and then also go and see, oh, what is, if there's something interesting, what can I find out about it? Is that something I can use for myself and for my life? And I felt less and less inspired, because when the main characters are in their early 30s at most, then at some point when you are 38 or something, it gives you the message of, if you are older, then it's all done already. Your life is, you must have found your purpose, and because that's what they go through their journeys, those characters, and then they find their thing, and then they are 25 or 30.
And it doesn't happen like that, does it?
So,
No.
no. And I'm like sitting there 30, 38, 39, 40, and thinking, well, what does it tell me? It's all over. They are not like me. I'm not like them. How? And so I thought, and my experience is that we are just like when we were in our teens. We are just back again at that stage sometimes, not everyone, but sometimes in our early to mid 40s. And then we want to start all over again. And that's what happened to me. And so I wanted to have to account for both. Obviously my characters were not that young right from the beginning, because I have this inclination towards older characters because they're more interesting. But I also thought it's a good thing in a landscape where you have shows like Merlin. There's a show called Merlin, and I was like, hey, I love fantasy. I love saga of Arthur or Arthur. I love Merlin. Merlin is my favorite character. Let's check this out. And what do I find? It's a milksop. And why is that? Because we need to go back to the pre-story of Merlin, because then we can have a young actor playing a young character. Even if we are talking about Merlin, I was like, that's not what I want to see when I want to see Merlin. So
show me the real Merlin. Yeah.
So I think that's essentially a tendency that I found is a bit problematic, or a bit sad, let's say. Not that we shouldn't have young characters. We have young characters also in this show. There's a young generation in it, so there's something for older people and there's something for younger people. We have various love relationships and things, and some are a bit complicated on various levels and in all generations, more or less. We also have an old generation. We have the king the big antagonist of the magicians is very old generation. We have another important, powerful person of the older generation. Our main female character is in her mid to late 40s. We have all that. We also have a little boy who, in the future, when we get to season 3, will have a very important role when he is then about 15 or something like that. So we have all sorts of developments in that. So that's one of the important themes.